Hello everyone, my name is Valerie Castillo and today I will be discussing the importance of reducing the usage of plastic. I will persuade you guys to reduce the amount of plastic you use in your daily lives, and I will also list some alternatives you guys can use instead of using plastic objects. For starters, I would like for you guys to make a mental note of how much plastic you guys use in your daily lives. I will begin with talking about the composition of plastic and why it's harmful to the planet. I will also list some alternatives that can replace the plastic objects, and I will also mention some small businesses that actually can customize these objects to your liking and can be appealing to the eye. With facts and statistics, I hope to persuade you to reduce the amount of plastic you use. To start off, I would like to mention some shocking facts about plastic and its impact on the environment. Plastics are synthetic/semi-synthetic organic compounds that are malleable. According to knowledge, chemicals have been added to plastics, which are absorbed by human bodies. Some of these compounds have been found to be very harmful and can actually alter human hormones and negatively impact their health. The Conserve Energy Committee stated that as plastic is composed of major toxic pollutants, it has the potential to cause significant harm to the environment in forms of air, water, and land pollution. So plastic is pretty dangerous when it comes to the environment. It can impact the world in negative ways. This is why I did my research, and one organization that stood out to me the most was the Ocean Cleanup. The Ocean Cleanup is a non-profit engineering environmental organization based in the Netherlands. It develops technology to extract plastic pollution from the oceans and intercepts it in the rivers before it can actually go into the ocean. They have a lot of research and information about the ocean's pollution and the buildup of plastic. The main impacts that the Ocean Cleanup stated were the following: physical impacts, chemical impacts, and economic impacts. The physical impacts would be ingestion, starvation, and entanglement. The chemical impacts would be the buildup of pollutants, and the economic impacts would be damage to shipping, tourism, and fisheries. How can the use of plastic get any worse? The Ocean Cleanup reported that about 1.15 to 2.41 million tons of plastic is entering each year into our oceans. The GPG covers an estimated surface of about 1.16 million kilometers. So, for anyone who doesn't know numbers, basically imagine France covered in plastic 3 times. That's basically how much plastic is entering our oceans each year. One fact that some people do not understand or just aren't educated enough on the topic is plastic is really increasing every single year. As I mentioned before, 1.15 to 2.41 million tons of plastic are entering every single year. How much longer can our planet take this catastrophe? Plastic mass is spread out across the ocean's top layer, which means mammals and marine animals have to swim a few meters down just to find something edible to eat that won't harm them. However, mammals like whales and dolphins have a harder issue because they actually need oxygen to breathe. So they can't be down there too long or else they will eventually pass away. There's about 180% more plastic than food in the top few meters of the ocean, which is crazy. This will become a problem for marine life since there's a barrier dividing animals from sun, oxygen, and their food. Another unfortunate consequence is the fishing industry. About 46% of the total mass of debris comes from actual fishing nets. This means that fishermen are not disposing of their fishing nets the right way, and instead they're harming their own industry. Now that we know the consequences of plastic, what are some alternatives we can take as the people living in this world, and how can we combat it? There are so many alternatives these days. For example, reusable cups, reusable straws, reusable containers instead of using disposable plates or disposable Ziploc bags. There's reusable masks instead of buying boxes of disposable masks every single week. And there's disposable bags as well. Another thing is recycling. A lot of people actually have recycling bins outside, and some people don't even use them the right way. They just put everything in the trash can, don't even try to decipher what goes in which trash can, which is not right because it's recycling for a reason, so it can be recycled and it can be used over and over again. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like to support small businesses, especially in this pandemic, since they're all mostly closing down, and most of the bigger corporations are still up and running. So I will list some of my favorite go-to small businesses in the description below, and I will name them as well. So for me personally, I have had Instagram for so long, and I actually like, scrolling through the page and seeing who's selling who makes what. So I have found pages good for reusable masks. I have found people who actually do personalized cups, like this one. And if you just actually take the time to research and figure out what's better for the environment, what's better for you, it literally helps a lot in the long run. Now that you guys have more knowledge on plastic and its negative impact on the environment, please take the world's future into consideration. Not only does it just affect people and the environment, but it also affects marine life and wildlife. According to the United Nations, about 800 species worldwide are affected by marine debris every single year, and at least 100 million mammals die because of plastic pollution every single year. Just imagine if one of your pets was calling for help and no one was there to save them. This reoccurring tragedy has become normalized in this world, and that's not okay. But there is still hope. The hope comes down to all of us. With all due respect, I know it's easy to just dump all of your groceries in the grocery bags and pick them up and put them in the car, or throw away a disposable mask every single time and buy a new box. And a lot of people do that just because it's the route that's most convenient to them. It might not be the right one, but it's the most convenient. It's the easiest. But I just want you guys to think about the numbers that I had just mentioned before. There is so much plastic pollution coming into our world, and it's literally not necessary because we can help to try to minimize it and stop it. Think about marine animals accidentally getting stuck in plastic or thinking it's food and ingesting it. Think about the toxins being released into the atmosphere and our bodies absorbing those toxins. Now I will be showing you guys pictures of real stuff that's actually going on. So this, as you guys can see, is a penguin stuck in fishing nets, crying for help. As you can see, here is a sea turtle that got stuck in a plastic holder that's meant to be for plastic bottles. Look at how it has made the sea turtle shell concave inside. And this is a picture of a squirrel chewing on tissue paper when it could be chewing on food. As you guys can see from those pictures, the increase of plastic pollution is just getting worse and worse for this world. According to Surfers Against Sewage, one mammal or bird dies every 30 seconds due to plastic pollution. I'm here before all of you guys trying to get a call for action. We need people to be more aware and self-conscious of what they are actually doing to the environment by doing things that's a habit or a routine in their daily lives. Just try to minimize the usage of plastic, and although alternatives aren't the cheapest, in the long run, they are cheaper than actual plastic objects because this reusable cup, I will always reuse it. It'll probably last me like a few years. However, a plastic cup, you just drink all of what's in there and throw it away. So try to invest in good products if it means that you are trying to save the world and do your part. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.